Most of the problems and the delays that we have in the conveyancing process is the fact that the offer to purchase is signed even before the attorney was involved. That means there's a lot of legal questions that wasn't attended to between the parties when the agreement was reached, which means that it's open for disputes. If I just can call one example is the delivery of property guarantees. You can get a contract where it says that the buyer will pay cash for the property, but then the loophole is the cash will only be available in 6 months' time, which is not totally unacceptable to the seller, and the seller cannot proceed with buying another property, which causes a delay for the seller. The seller feels uncomfortable, he's cross with everyone involved, and we normally have to solve that issue. So it's very important for the seller to tell the conveyancer before he accepts the offer what his exact needs are, so that the offer can be customized to incorporate every need of the seller. At the end of the day, the conveyancer must look after the seller's needs, and the offer to purchase must be customized to incorporate all the needs of the seller. The inherent problem for a seller when a buyer chooses the attorney is the fact that the buyer is then the client of the attorney, and any disputes must be solved by the buyer being the client, which will have the effect that the seller will have to appoint an independent attorney to assist him with solving the dispute. And a buyer can also instruct his attorney to unnecessarily delay the registration of the transfer, and although it will be difficult to prove, it can happen in practice that the buyer can delay but not paying his deposit on time, not paying his costs on time, and that all have an effect on the seller's finances, because at the end of the day the seller has sold his property and wants it to be registered as soon as possible, and the quicker the attorney can register that, the quicker the seller can move on and buy the next property.